Hello, buddy. Welcome back. Episode 100 of the Super Sam Sports Encore podcast. I was just downstairs talking to my dad, asking, or basically just trying to figure out, because of course we were just live trying to do the, s- the watch party for Baylor and Washington, but I forgot that Fubo has ESPN, so we're just gonna go there. Since ESPN doesn't really work, and apparently ESPN is actually no longer on YouTube TV or Disney Plus, I believe it was. Um, hold on. Sign in. Okay, there we go. So, what is this? Alright, Baylor. Try again. Try again. Try again. Okay, now it's not working for here for some reason. Yeah, now it's not working here. Uh, um, well, well, still not really working. Still not really working. What does it mean your current video setup is not permitted? What does it mean by that? Okay, it'll let me watch everything else, but it won't let me watch the Baylor game. Huh. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. What's it say? Your current video setup is not permitted. I'm back. Alright. Let's try this. Dad says that it might be because of course I got two monitors here, so it might be that I'm opening it up on a different monitor. Let me try. Oh wait, shoot, that's the wrong thing. Fubo. Alright. Oh wait, shoot. Alright. Alright, sign in. Accidentally. Whoops, my bad. Okay. Let's do this. Alright, sorry guys, that took quite a while. We're just gonna have to watch on my phone, unfortunately. At least until we can. Excuse me. At least until. Shoot, now where am I gonna put this? At least until we can figure out what is going on with ESPN and everything. Where can I put this? Like here? Okay, that works. Alright. So I basically missed the entire first half, basically. 30 seconds left in the first half. It's 38-32 Baylor over Washington. 2-pointer for, I think, 2-pointer. No, never mind. (38-32) Baylor with 28.2 seconds left in the first half on the game clock. Free throws for Baylor. Missed the first one. Oh, yes. Yeah. 38-32 Baylor over Wash. 30. Let me try that again. 38-32 Baylor Bears over Washington Huskies at halftime. So let's. Excuse me. Let's take a look at. Excuse me. Some scores on ESPN. We start off with some NFL scores since today was Sunday. So the Houston Texans, excuse me, the Houston Texans at 1 beat the Jaguars 36-29. Excuse me. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, the Steelers are losing to the Chargers 5-3. In overtime, the Colts beat the Falcons at 31-25. The Bears beat the Giants 24-20. The Dolphins beat the Bills 30-13. Wow. The Ravens beat the Vikings 27-18. Jets over Browns 27-20. Patriots over Buccaneers 28-23. Saints over Panthers 17-7. Seahawks over Cardinals 44-22. Rams over 49ers 42-26. Lions over Commanders 44-22. Broncos over Raiders, of course, on Thursday Night Football 10-7. 5:15 p.m. Coming up at 7:15. My bad, 7:15 p.m. Central Time, which is on Monday night. Tomorrow night is the Eagles versus Packers. Eagles versus Packers. If we look at NBA scores now, end of the third quarter, they just ended the third quarter. It's 88-85 Pistons over 76ers. 4:26 to go in the second quarter. It's 37-36 Warriors over Pacers. 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Timberwolves lead the Kings at 25-16. The Rockets beat the Bucks at 122-115. Knicks beat the Nets 134-98. Celtics beat the Magic 111-107. Thunder beat the Grizzlies 114-100. Hold on, guys, let me look at this real quick.
Speaking of super athletic, you were at the Garden yesterday to see a great game between Alabama and St. John's. Your takeaways from that one at MSG, and one other thing that really stuck out to you this weekend. That's nice.
This halftime report is presented by G. There's only one. Years of hard work. Decades of dedication. Committed to giving back. You've been there, done that, and you're still here for more. So now that you're 50 or older and at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia and IPD, be proactive with Capvaxive, a vaccine specifically designed for adults to help protect against pneumonia and invasive disease caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive is the only vaccine that helps protect against the strains that cause 84% of IPD in adults 50 or older, compared with up to 52% by other pneumococcal conjugate vaccines. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Whether you've had another pneumococcal vaccine or not, ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive.
Are you sick and tired dressings that start out greasy and quickly fade brown over time?
Introducing Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat. Cerakote's true ceramic technology has just the right amount of shine and lasts up to 10 times longer than traditional dressings. Just wipe it on to get professional showroom shine without the greasy mess that slings on your vehicle. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 60,000 5-star reviews.
This is the best tire coat and protectant you'll ever use, guaranteed.
Buy today for under $20.
Right now, Orlando is building chemistry, but Captain Clutch has magic of his own. Thunder continues to roll in the West, while Luka is ready to let it rip. Magic Knicks, Lakers Thunder, Wednesday, ESPN.
This November, fall for the action, fall for the adventure, fall for the comedy, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Here we have Animus Perpetuus, also known as the creature of habit. Rarely will he stray from his patterns.
Excuse me. Alright. Okay, where was I? So yeah, Rockets. Oh wait, no, we just finished this. Man. Excuse me. All right, so if we look at NHL scores now, so 14:01 to go in the third, it's 4-4 tie ball game or tie game between the Hurricanes and Maple Leafs. 5 minutes to go in the third, 4-2 Senators over Mammoth. 1-0 Wild over Flames, 3:57 to go in the second. In the second, 7 p.m. Coming up at 9 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus, the Canucks take on the Avalanche. Same with the Jets versus Ducks. The teams that have already played, the games that have already played, the Blackhawks beat the Red Wings 5-1. Kings over Penguins 3-2. And the Stars beat the Kraken 2-1. Sorry guys, because it's on my phone, I'm also going to get notifications too, so it
What else kind of caught your eye this weekend? I know Michigan State was something you had your eye.
Yeah, Encore. I love him. I mean, he's super athletic. You know, when you think about a guy who plays with great energy.
it is what it is.
Here, you look at him now, he's a tremendous offensive rebounder. Great job coming up. We'll see.
Alright. NCAA men's college basketball scores. So, of course, right now at halftime, you got the Baylor game. Coming up at it says 12 a.m. our CT hour time, which I won't be up, or I'll at least be in bed. ESPN Plus, East Texas A&M versus Hawaii. The games that were already played are Harvard beat New Hampshire 86-75. Campbell beat Western Michigan at 91-82. 76-54. 76-54. Appalachian State beat North Carolina Central. Indiana beat Marquette. Upset Marquette 100-77. James Madison beat Coppin State 84-70. American University beat Pennsylvania 84-78. Georgia beat Morehead State 120-81. Mercer beat Lipscomb 92-77. Bowling Green beat Lemoyne 83-60. 137-56. Purdue Fort Wayne over Dominican IL. Cal State Northridge beat North Dakota 93-85. Northern Iowa beat South Dakota State 65-58. Vermont beat Brown 89-84. Marist beat Dartmouth 75-56. Oklahoma State beat Texas A&M 87-63. Illinois State versus Cornell 76-65. South Dakota versus Ozark Christian College. South Dakota won that 121-65. Louisiana Tech beat Lyon 93-35. 75-73. Denver beat Montana State in a close matchup, close game. West Virginia beat Lehigh 69-47. Arizona State beat Utah Tech 81-66. Evansville over Oakland City 76-47. Missouri beat VMI 106-68. North Texas beat Loyola Chicago 64-62. Portland beat UC Davis 67-63. San Diego State beat Idaho State 73-57. Grambling beat Howard 73-70. Liberty beat Florida Atlantic 88-68. USC beat Manhattan 114-83. Colorado State beat Omaha 97-74. South Carolina beat Southern Miss 83-79 in overtime. And last but not least, UT Martin beat Kentucky Christian College at 97-42. looking now at some MLB stuff. Excuse me. Alright, so this is an article. Free agent. This is the Astros news. This is free agent starters who might be good fits. Free agent starting pitchers who might be good fits for the Astros. This is an article per Brian McTaggart and Mark Francis of MLB.com. Brian McTaggart, also writer of the Astros. It says. Sorry. Per Brian McTaggart and Mark Franson, with free agency underway, the Astros will be looking to bolster their rotation and their bullpen. Though the rotation is probably on the front burner, Houston gave veteran left-hander Farmer Valdez a qualifying offer, but he likely rejects it and hits the open market, leaving a big hole in the Astros at rotation for 2026. Here's a look at some of the starting pitchers on the market and how they might fit in H-Town. Ages represent a player's baseball age in 2026. So, right-hand pitcher Dylan Cease. I'm not gonna read. I'm just gonna list. Well, no, I'll read. Never mind. Right-hand pitcher Dylan Cease. So, if the Astros need a dependable workhorse arm to replace Valdez, Cease would fit the bill, considering he's made at least 32 starts in 5 consecutive seasons. Cease struggled with consistency this season, posting an 8-12 record with a 4.55 ERA in 32 starts. His velocity, whiff percentage, and strikeout percentage all remained near the top of the league rankings, though walks and a lack of ground balls came back to hurt him at times. Cease remains one of the most durable starters in the game, and he will surely draw interest from several pitching-needy clubs after striking out more than 200 batters for a 5th consecutive season. Cease received a qualifying offer from the Padres, so the Astros would lose a draft pick if they signed him. They gained one in next year's draft for Hunter Brown's top 3 Cy Young finish. So that's cool. Right-hand pitcher Michael King. King has quietly emerged as one of the game's top starters since making the move from the bullpen, posting a 3.10 ERA in his 2 seasons in the Padres rotation. The right-hander was limited to 15 starts this season due to a nerve impingement near his right shoulder and a left knee injury. King declined his $15 million mutual option and received a qualifying offer from San Diego. Ranger Suarez is next up. Ranger Suarez, another pitcher, received a qualifying offer. The left-hander would be a solid replacement for Valdez to slot in the rotation behind Brown, and also in 2024. 2024, Suarez opened 25 by going 7-3 with a 2.15 ERA in 13 first-half starts. He struggled after the break, 5-5, 4.40 ERA, but Suarez has posted a 3.59 ERA in 4 full seasons as a starter, providing solid work over that stretch. Next up, we got Zach Eflin. Eflin posted a 5.93 ERA this past season. When it ended up for him in July with a back injury, he was a terrific trade acquisition for the Orioles from the Rays in 2024, going 5-2 with a 2.60 ERA in 9 starts. He was Baltimore's opening day starter in 25. And he left his 3rd start of the season on April 7th with a lat strain and missed a month. He gave up a whopping 18 homers in 71 and 1/3 innings and posted 1.42 WHIP, so he could post a 1.42 WHIP, so he could be a candidate for a bargain contract while seeking a bounce back season. Right-hand pitcher Zach Gallen. From 2020 to 24, Gallen was one of the most consistent starters in the league, going 50 and 31 with a 3.34 ERA over 128 starts. He posted a pair of stellar seasons in 22 and 23, averaging 197 innings and 206 strikeouts while posting a 3.04 ERA. But a right hamstring strain cost him a month in 24, limiting him to 148 innings. He remains a durable innings eater despite going at 13 and 15 with a 4.83 ERA this year in 192 frames. Gallen comes with a qualifying offer attached. Next up, we got Lucas Giolito. Giolito returned from Tommy John surgery that cost him all of 2024 to become a solid contributor to the Red Sox rotation in 25, making 26 starts and posting a 3.41 ERA. However, the underlying stats were far less kind at 5.06 expected ERA, and Giolito missed the American League wildcard series with another less serious right elbow concern. So the Astros would have to be comfortable with medicals before signing him. And the last one we got here is Merrill Kelly. Kelly continues to be sturdy mid-rotation starter as he enters his late 30s, posting a 3.47 ERA and 108 starts since the start of 2022. The right-hander went 12-9 with a 3.52 ERA for the Diamondbacks and Rangers in 25, ranking 14th in the majors with 184 innings. Kelly has lowered his walk rate over the past 2 seasons, ranking in the top 25% in each season, while he struck out fewer than one batter per inning in 25. His elite chase rate at 32.8%, 91st percentile, often keeps hitters off balance. So there you go. As always, that article was per Brian McTaggart and Mark Feinstein of MLB.com. Brian McTaggart, also writer of the Astros. So. All right. 17 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the game in the second half, and it's 44-36 Baylor over Washington. Down your cups, so we and drum. Down your cups, so we don't drown. Fill the drink and down your cups, so we don't drown. Drink it all again. Dun, 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 Hold on, guys. Still have the game pulled up. I just need to look up something.
Seattle, the 206, very private parallel basketball. He's from the 253, which is the former game. I wanted to let her know that I do that today. Our friends in the Great Northwest appreciate that. Great basketball history in that part of the country, obviously. Here's Fatai. Michael Fatai will go to the line and shoot 2. He had 9 in the first half. a chance to watch him when he was at Oregon State playing for Wayne Tinkle. 3 good seasons there. And he decided to, as Oregon State kind of downshifted to the WCC, he decided to cast his lot with Baylor and coach German kids. Rich, German basketball right now is at a zenith when it comes to young players. You're going to see some of them this season. Why is that? I talked to my German coaching friends, and, European coaching is very rigid. By that I mean it's fundamentals. The German coaches really allow for freedom of expression. Want to give you an example? Dennis Schroeder. Franz Wagner is now an all-star in the NBA, so you're seeing more and more German wings and guards coming up because of the way they have a progressive look at the game of basketball. Fundamentals, but also some freedom of opportunity to score.
The tie, the second there in double digits. He is now 6 points shy of 1,000 for his career. He has 11. The Baylor lead is 8. Diallo. A little mini step back from the free throw line here. Diallo getting unlocked.
Nicely done right there. This young man played a lot of basketball last season for Danny Springwood. As a freshman, really one of the better freshman guards in the Big Ten last year.
6 points in the first 3.5 minutes of the second stanza. Here's Isaac Williams added to the three-point garage in the second half.
Not his strength necessarily, but that young man, only a sophomore, he plays with a lot of moxie and confidence.
So I call it good spot.
Yeah.
Williams, his first 3 as a Baylor Bear. Here's Diallo. Tipped, but into the hands of the Huskies. Now the tie. Following up, Wesley Yates. 10 on the timer.
Nice pass.
Tucker, nice touch.
Good look by Diallo. Tucker stuck behind the defense. And a good finish on the other side of the backboard with that left hand. Say, the flow of this game is just picking up. You can tell. Good execution, good offense.
It's November 23rd. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm almost done. 15 minutes and 15, just over 15 minutes to go in the game. It's 51-42 Baylor over Washington. I'm almost done. I just need to real quick do this quick thing.
Yeah, and if I had a comp for him, he's like a young version of Johnny Turner. Played in Utah. He's had a good NBA career so far. Same for Larry Pistoia. Well, he played for 3 members of this Washington staff who all were assistants for Larry, ironically. Here you see those great hands again. Watch him run. It's going to get position in the basket. We'll find him. Got to look for him. They had the guard on.
Skillings trying to foot stop. Good job by Baylor pressuring the post feed. Baylor defense is really wearing its teeth. 5 on the shot clock. And number 5, Diallo continues to hop. Let me tell you what's not back there right there. He had the
Right to screen. He got out of his way and created a little space.
Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. The 23rd here is at 3:05 p.m.
We have a timeout on the floor. 13:28 to go. Baylor offense clicking.
Yeah, Steinbach doesn't want to commit the full foul, so watch Skillings. He's looking for space, and he uses the backboard to protect this shot. He put the shot blocker in jail.
All right, let me real quick look at the score. Whoops. Real quick look at the score for Baylor. So right now with 13:28 to go in the game, it's 53-46 Baylor over Washington. With just over 13 minutes to go in the game. But no, so again, like I was mentioning earlier in the stream, which I deleted by the way, but earlier when I was trying to get everything sorted out with ESPN, everything which yeah, anyways, I was mentioning how the next watch party I would do, because of course at the time I didn't think I would be doing this watch party just because we were having trouble with ESPN, but now we're doing it. My next watch party on this sports podcast channel will be this coming Wednesday. Will be let me real quick look at it again, just so I know. This one. So it's this coming Wednesday, November 12th at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus between the two ranked Houston Cougars and the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. So Houston goes into that game 2-0, 2-0 overall, 2-0 at home. Oakland goes into that game 0-2 overall, 0-2 on the road. So, yeah. But, yeah. Also, special announcement. This is not for this channel, but as far as one of my other channels, the reaction channel, which obviously for a lot of people that do know, that has been going very well as far as like population, like view count, and like everything has been going very well. We recently were able to figure out how to stream both on YouTube and Twitch. So we at least have a backup, at least for like, say we had trouble with YouTube or something, or for example copyright, which is in my opinion, one of the main things you run into a lot of times is copyright issues with YouTube because you're a reaction channel. So at least we know we have Twitch as a backup in case we run into some issues with YouTube. But so we were able to do that, and then Friday, I hit 200,000 views on that channel, which is still kind of insane, if I'm being honest. It's kind of crazy in a way to know that 200,000 people, well, it's now over 200,000 by now. It's a little bit over 200,000 by now, but just over 200,000 people have watched your channel. That's just crazy. But anyways, 15 minutes 12 minutes 42 seconds to go in the game. It's 55-46 Baylor over Washington. Baylor comes into the game at 1-0. Washington comes into the game 2-0. So if Baylor wins, they will start off the season 2-0. Washington will start off the season 2-1. If Washington wins, they'll start off the season 3-0. Baylor will start off the season 1-1. So Missouri beat VMI 106-68. We've already mentioned that. USC Manhattan. We've already mentioned that. 114-83. USC destroyed Manhattan. South Carolina beat Southern Miss 83-79 in overtime. Yeah, anyways. Oh. 2-pointer for Washington. Nice shot. 55-48. That's what I was going to look up. I was going to look up some on YouTube here. Look up something here on YouTube here real quick. Switch channels, reaction channel. Alright, so let me see. So, whoops. Sorry. Just clearing out my notifications. But,
Workday can manage your people and AI agents. Unrelenting itch. When moderate to severe eczema is uncontrolled despite treatment, get itch relief fast and include relaxed bed coat. Remove your processing load from IL-31. Switch the triggers these symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to them. Serious reactions may occur. Some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take. Experience eyes or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today. No matter what kind of teeth you have brushed, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired for brush it, cut them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Today's digital world is full of risks. I present to you the world's most protected business.
Reed, we have AT&T Dynamic Defense.
It prevents malicious threats. How are people supposed to get in? There's no door. Somebody say door. Light 'em up, Bobby.
but no, But no, so again, this is a little bit off topic, just because this is not on topic as far as this channel, the sports channel. But would absolutely appreciate it as always if people went over to my Twitch, just because again, like I mentioned, I am just starting up my Twitch channel. I actually literally just posted my first stream on there, or put up my first broadcast, as Twitch calls it, past broadcast as Twitch calls it, on just yesterday, just last night that I put it up. So as always, go support me on Twitch. As always, that would be definitely very appreciated as always. Let me real quick. No, channel. Um, dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. 11 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the game. It's 55-48. Baylor over Washington. Washington with the ball. Baylor missed it, so Washington defensive rebound. That they missed that too there. Baylor with the defensive rebound. And it's Baylor ball again. Bad passing there, but great defense by Washington. And foul on Baylor there, so that'll be 2 free throws at the line for the Huskies. For the Huskies of Washington. $11:21 to go in the game. So again, guys, I do apologize. This watch party did technically start again late in the game, very late in the game. Almost we caught like the very last like 50 seconds of the first half. And we're catching the entire second half, but we only caught again like the last like 1 minute to like we only caught the last like 50 seconds or so of the first half. So again, I do apologize. We're definitely that'll definitely not happen. I there's no promises for that not happening again for the rest of the college basketball season, but there is a guarantee as far as that will not happen again for the next watch party. That will not happen. That will not happen. I will check. I will look on ESPN Plus before the game starts, before the watch party starts, and make sure that I'm signed in and all that stuff before I actually go live and stuff. Because I definitely for sure don't definitely want to at least make sure this doesn't happen again. But 10 and a half minutes to go in the game. It's 55-48 Bears over Huskies. Who would win a matchup between a bear and a husky? So far, it's a bear. Tunde Yusuf. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. Is at the free throw line for Baylor. He is going to shoot 2. The first one is made, 56-48 now. Looking at the top freshman, Cam Boozer for Duke, Koa Pete for Arizona, AJ, I don't know how to pronounce last name for BYU, and then Kansas, Darian. It's hard. I've learned quickly that it's actually harder to pronounce. In my opinion, it's harder to pronounce, at least for me, players' names for like basketball and football than it is for baseball. And I don't know, maybe that's just because I've watched Major League Baseball for a while. I've flat out watched baseball for a while, so I've flat out have just learned all the names by now. But I mean, basketball I've watched less, obviously, than I've watched basketball a lot, but I feel like I've definitely watched Major League Baseball. I feel like in a way I've definitely watched baseball more than I have basketball, football, or really any other sports. So, which again involve could be one of the reasons why I don't have a hard time with the names. I don't know, but yeah. Um, excuse me. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. Let me check here. So YouTube, let's move it over here. Ouch. Excuse me. So if we move it to Can't Help Falling in Love, nope. Golden Record, wait, what is this? So channel here, post. Sorry guys. Bum 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 excuse me. Oh wait, that's what I was wanting to look at, posts. So if we go down here, and as far as watch parties go, Dan Vask was 2 days ago, obviously. Warning watch party was a few days ago. Miles, oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Love Ghost was 5 days ago. 7 days ago for Lucy. Angelina Jordan, and then freeze the fall a little bit. Let's see, freeze the ball. Okay, freeze the ball. 9.5 minutes to go. 57-53 Baylor over Washington. That is a 3-pointer that is off the mark by Baylor. Defensive rebound with Washington. 3-pointer is off the mark as well. Baylor defensive rebound. They're just right now going back and forth. Baylor for 2 is good. 59-53. I think. Oh, plus the foul. Awesome. That's cool. All right. 2-pointer plus the foul. So a chance at 3-point play right now for Baylor. They lead 59-53. But again, a chance at 3-pointer here at the free throw line. Because a foul was called. Whistle for a foul was called on Washington there. Alright. The 3 points is good. 60 to. That's a 3-point play. 3-point possession. On that possession, I got 3 points. 60-53. Baylor leads Washington. 9 minutes to go in this game. Washington off the mark. The offensive rebound off the mark again. Defensive rebound for Baylor. Defensive rebound for the Bears. Tight game. I called it. I knew Washington was going to be a tougher opponent for Baylor than what they saw than what they went up against UT Rio Grande. Or Grande. Or Grande. How do you say it? Baylor with the 2-point shot. Spin move and then 2-point shot. 62-53. What time is it? 9:14. Okay. 60. Washington just made a 3-pointer, so it's now 62-56. 8 minutes to go in the game. 8 minutes to go in the game officially. Well, under 8 minutes now, but. Alright. Baylor drains a 3. They now lead. Sorry, a 2-pointer. They now lead 64-56 over the Huskies. Things are heating up in Waco. 7 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the game. Timeout is called. 64-56. Baylor over Washington. With over 7 minutes to go in the game. Just under 8 minutes to go in the game. They're taking a timeout and a commercial break. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay. So. Man, I was just thinking how I need to get back active as far as like the gaming stuff. So for those who don't know, I started a gaming channel called Super Sam's Gaming Encore. It's not titled that anymore. It's just titled Super Sam's Encore now. And that's mainly because YouTube has been I'm just going to leave it as we've been running into some issues lately with YouTube as far as the chat and them disabling our chat. So we've been having to move over some of the watch party streams on that reaction channel, moving them over to the what was the gaming channel, which is now titled because it looks like we're obviously now going to have we're now going to have a lot of the music watch parties and stuff over on the Super Sam's Encore channel. We just retiled it to just Super Sam's Encore instead of Super Sam's Gaming Encore. And yeah, but I need to do so. That channel is just like an ordinary channel way. It'll nowadays, I think, just be like a mix of things. Like some content will be music, some content will be gaming. I need to get back to gaming. Speaking of, some content will be music, some content will be gaming, some content will be other stuff that I still need to figure out. But yeah. But again, speaking of gaming, I need to get back into that. Get back into that for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure.
Well, to the Eskimos, the 8th McDonald's All-American played for Scott Drew, the first one as an assistant on their bench. So let's talk about this guy first, because he is a powerful young man. Can score in transition, in the lane, at the rim, from deep. That's how you score over 3,500 points in high school, but he is not a leading scorer in this building in high school basketball. Greedy Carter, McDonald's All-Americans, playing fast, took his chances, came to a program that was down and out. Down 7,000 points. How did that happen? 6 years of high school basketball in Louisiana. He not only was an outstanding player here, he played 12 years in Europe.
Oh, there's Scott Drew. They were showing a different Baylor coach. I'm like, what happened? Did Scott Drew get ejected? But no, they were just showing one of the coaches, part of the staff. Scott Drew's still there on the sidelines. All right, 7 minutes, 23 seconds to go in the game. Baylor at the free throw line makes the first one. It's now 65-56. Skillings Jr., I think it said, is at the free throw line. If I read his last name correctly on the back of his jersey. 65-56. He gets one more free throw. As always, he'll either go 1 for 2 at the line or 2 for 2. Here we go. Last free throw. He makes it, goes 2 for 2 at the line there. 10-point lead for the Baylor Bears, lead 66-56 over the Huskies of Washington with 7:23 to go. 7:23 left in the game. We've been going for a decent amount of time. So technically, even though we were late, obviously, to this, we're still fine. We've been going for an hour and 18 minutes so far, so it's actually kind of fine. In a way. Baylor basketball. Washington was able to get 2 points, so 66-58 now. Dunk, nice passing there by Baylor. Just tricking, just absolutely made the Washington defense look like a fool there. 68-58 now. Up by 10 again. 2-point for Washington. That is a just bad, flat out just bad shot there. Was nowhere near the net, and it went over the teammate's head and out of bounds. So that's a turnover, and that'll go to Baylor again. Baylor basketball. Baylor has made their last 4 field goals in the last 4 possessions. Missed it. And Washington basketball. So that right there spoke too soon. That right there just broke their streak of their making their last 4 field goals. Yeah, that just broke that streak. 6 because they just missed. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. It's 68-58 Baylor over Washington. And looks like a foul on the Bears. So that will put Washington at the free throw line. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a comment. Let me real quick take care of this. Real quick.
Sadly passed away a few years ago. German, and then don't forget Ben left Swift. Only played in the NBA 17 years to retire also. Federal League as well. Also had a good career, so the pipeline, although slowed for a while, is certainly back in.
Now it's back double doubles for the 19-year-old nonstop. He has 10 points Somerville quiets the crowd, if only for a moment. The team very deep as of right now. Scott Drew really only plays about 8 players. But everyone contributed to that. Testing three, no good for that shot. That shot's not a shot. Scott wanted right there. Steinbach wants it. Stanton 3 off the mark. Rebound to Yesel.
4 minutes, 4.5, under 4. I can't talk. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the game. 70-62. Baylor over Washington. And looks like that's a foul on Washington. So Baylor will go to the free throw line again. Yep, Baylor at the free throw line. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Baylor, the Bears lead the Huskies 70-62. Baylor at the free throw line. First one is made 71-62. Coming up on Tuesday, a doubleheader of two big games. Number 9 ranked Kentucky versus 11 ranked Louisville, and then 23 ranked Creighton versus 21 ranked Gonzaga. I completely forgot to mention this. That's missed right there. Offensive rebound though for Baylor. 71-62 is the score. Baylor leads. I'll mention what I was gonna say after this. Bad passing there by Baylor. Oh, but gets an offensive rebound again. Gets a steal. Washington with the steal, and then Baylor with the steal. Bad jump there. I don't even know what a Washington ball. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Yeah, 4 minutes to go in the game. 71-62. Baylor over Washington. Yeah. What I was gonna mention was lost my train of thought. There we go. Monday. Tomorrow. Because today's Sunday. So tomorrow the new college basketball rankings come out for the very first college basketball rankings of this season, actually. College basketball rankings for week 1. For week 1. So that's exciting. Very, very exciting for sure. If Baylor wins this game, if Baylor holds on and wins this game against Washington, I wouldn't. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if Baylor makes it cracks. I would like them to, but and hopefully they do, but because again, I mentioned how, and it's turning out to be true that Washington is of course a much is a clearly much bigger and competitive opponent, or at least is like, or Washington's a tougher, a bigger match against Baylor than is a tougher opponent for Baylor than UT Rio Grande was, right? So if they do indeed hold on and win this game against Washington, in my opinion, would not be surprised if they crack the top 25 tomorrow, even if it's like in the top, even if it's in like the top 21, like they're like 25th or 24th or 20th or so. Just still, I wouldn't be surprised no matter where they are, I wouldn't be surprised if they crack the top 25. If they do, I don't actually know, but yeah. But no, overall, again, I'm excited to see the new rankings tomorrow. I want to say the men's college basketball rankings come out. They come out every Monday. I know that. I want to say they come out every noon, like every 12 p.m. CT. So that would make it 1 p.m. ET. Or it's 11. I don't know. It's either every Monday at 11 a.m. CT or 12 p.m. CT. Which that would obviously make 12 p.m. ET or 1 p.m. ET. College women's, I think I know, comes out like in the morning, like around like 10 a.m. My time. So like around 9 or 10 a.m. my time. So 3:40 to go in the game. At Baylor for 2 is good. 73-62. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Washington basketball. For 2 off the mark, but a foul. Whistle and a foul on Baylor. Washington will head to the free throw line. If he ever grab, that's when he's human. So, we have not talked NASCAR in a while on this channel, and I know I missed the season. I missed the rest of the season. We did not do any watch parties for the rest of the NASCAR races. We will next season, I promise. Next season, I'm actually promising myself in a way next season to watch more because believe it or not, even off camera, I was lacking as far as like not watching any of the NASCAR races. Literally no joke. I think the last time we did a watch party for one of the NASCAR races, whenever that was this season, I think that was literally the last race I watched like this season. Because I just flat out just kept forgetting about them. We would have stuff, for example, like church and all this stuff on Sundays today. So I just flat out kept forgetting, and especially a lot of times when NASCAR had these afternoon races, I just flat out kept forgetting about them. Unfortunately. Not to mention, there were also some Sundays, not a lot, but there were some Sundays where I would do some reactions and stuff like that on my Super Sam's Performance Encore channel. So that could also take up time. And yeah, I just flat out forgot about the races, unfortunately. But I am promising myself and promising that I will do more watch parties and stuff for NASCAR races next season. Promise. But excuse me. Yes. Anyways, but no, for those who did not see, Last Sunday, not today, but of course, last Sunday was the NASCAR Cup Series Championship, and Kyle Larson won it. So Kyle Larson is your NASCAR Cup champion. Again. Kyle Larson is your NASCAR Cup champion for this year. Kyle Larson actually did not win the race. So, of course, for the championship, the rules are you don't necessarily actually have to win, quote unquote, win the race. You just have to finish to win it all. You just have to make sure you finish above the other three drivers there in the championship 4. You don't have to actually win the race and finish first. You just have to finish in front of the 3 other drivers. So Kyle Larson did not actually win the race, but he did finish in front of the other 3. However, the actual driver that actually won the race and that actually finished first was Ryan Blaney. So Kyle Larson won the championship overall, but Ryan Blaney won the actual race. So 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game. It's 73-63 Bears over Huskies. Challenges remaining. Huskies, the Washington Huskies have 1. Baylor is 0. Baylor is 0. Alright. For 2 is good. Washington with that 2-pointer, 73-65. See. It's a two possession game right now. Nice job by Washington. Bad job there by the Baylor offense. Nice job by Washington defense. A steal and a 3 is cashed in. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Baylor leads Washington now 73-68. Now it's a 1 possession. Now it's a no, sorry, it's still a two possession game still. Alright, let me see. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Alright. Alright, let's look at some MLB stuff. So this one, GM meetings preview, what to expect for free agents, trade candidates, and more. Per Mark Feinstein of MLB.com, it says the old saying is that what happens in Las Vegas stays in Vegas. That's unlikely to be the case. Excuse me. It's unlikely to. Man, I lost where I was. That's unlikely to be the case at this week's general managers meetings, which serve annually as the unofficial start to another hot stove season. What happens in Vegas this week may not result in many concrete moves. and missed that defensive rebound. Washington, a minute and 40 left in the game. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down. I swear, it's gonna come down to the last shot. 3-pointer for Washington off the mark. Baylor defensive rebound. 1 minute. They're not gonna foul. They're not fouling. 2-pointer off the mark, but the foul on Washington with a minute and 20, with just over a minute and 20, minute and 23 to go in the game. It says, what happened in Vegas this week may not result in many concrete moves, but exclusives and executives, and agents will have an opportunity to see the tone for their off-season work, much of which will carry into the weeks and months ahead. Free throws, misses the first one. Unlike the winter meetings, which is a time for clubs and agents to dive headfirst into the task of rosters at building for the upcoming season, the general manager meetings, GM meetings present an opportunity for, makes that one 74-68. You know, we're not going to read this just because I'm too focused on the game. Washington. Good Baylor defense.
Great example of keeping the ball out of the paint. Hard to do with Washington with 4 perimeter guys.
Great defense by Baylor to keep Washington out of the paint right there. Great defensive job by Baylor there.
Service was right in line with Diallo, trying to create a little.
I don't know what happened. 74-68 Baylor over Washington at 54.7 to go in the game. 54.7 to go in the game. What's this? Oh, come on. Oh. Never mind. Alright. 54.7 to go in the game. Tunde at the free throw line for Baylor, as he was just fouled by the Huskies. And first free throw is missed. Gotta make those. Gotta make those for sure. Gotta make those. Dun, 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 dun. That's clear. 3-pointer in and out. makes it Baylor leads 77-68, under 40 seconds left in this game. A foul on Baylor. Washington will head to the free throw line. Johnson. Timeout by Washington. They'll step aside. 34 seconds to go in the game at 78-69. Baylor over Washington. This will be the last, most likely the last timeout and commercial break of the game. So, just because, again, there's not very much time left on the clock. But
Back inside, Foster Pavilion. Baylor looking to put this one on ice. Let's talk about the Big 12 and how it looks. They have 6 teams in the preseason top 25. That's tied for most of any conference with the Big 10. Baylor picked right in the middle of the pack. Well, those top 6 are likely all going to the tournament, bar injury. I love what Baylor's doing. Cincinnati, I think, is a sneaky good team. Kansas State's got P.J. Haggerty. Love him. Oklahoma State, which I saw them beat Auburn as an exhibition, so it doesn't count. But they Texas A&M today by 20. And Steve Lutz, if you haven't followed his career, made a tremendous young coach. Wins at Corpus Christi, wins at Western Kentucky, Eagle, win at Oklahoma State. And Cowboy fans, I heard the crowd today was awesome. You need to start showing up and showing that team that you're back. Ready, son.
30 seconds to go. Washington has the ball. For 2 is off the mark. Baylor defensive rebound, and they'll dribble it out. And that's game. Baylor beats Washington 78-69. Baylor improves to 2-0 to start off the season. Washington starts out the season 2-1. 78-69. Baylor over Washington as the final score. Baylor. We'll see if they crack the top 25 tomorrow after this win. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But as always, guys, that was a watch party. Again, I do apologize, as always, for earlier with the malfunctions and stuff. The technical difficulties we were having with ESPN, everything. So we did indeed only get to like the last 50 seconds or so of the first half. We made it through the entire second half, but we missed basically the entire first half. But we'll do better about that in the next watch. As always, guys, I appreciate everyone. Hope you all enjoyed it. As always, we'll be back this coming Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time for, I believe it was 7 p.m. Central Time, I think. ESPN. It was 7 p.m. This coming Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time, ESPN Plus. We'll be back here doing a watch party for the 2 ranked Houston Cougars against the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. So, as always, I'm excited for it. As always, guys, take care. Have a good rest of your night, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, guys.